So good evening, everyone. And this is the first session on JDBC. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. So let's try to understand why we need to work with JDBC and how we can develop applications using JDBC. So just give me 1 second of time. And I'll share my screen. You just give me confirmation that is my screen is visible or not. Just give me confirmation in the chat window. If it's visible, just type visible in the chat window. Very good. So let's try to understand in simple words what JDBC is all about. See, JDBC is an API. Whenever I say API, it means application programming interface. That's nothing but it's set of classes which contains methods which will help your Java program to communicate with databases, providing a convenient way to access and manipulate data using Java language. So in simple words, if you want to understand, then you can just have a look on this picture here. JDBC is like a bridge between your Java application and different types of databases. Means using JDBC API, you can connect to any database in the market, provided the drivers are available. So JDBC is acting like a bridge. So it connects a Java application with some other databases in the market. So now you may ask me, so like why we need to work with JDBC, why we need to connect with the database. See, the programming languages are meant for processing the data efficiently. So Java can process the data effectively, but when it comes to storing that particular data, then Java cannot store the data. And to store the data or to retrieve the data which is already stored, we need to work with databases. And there are so many databases are there in the market like MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, and there are dozens of databases. So if you want to make your Java application to interact with the database, then we need some set of ready-made functionalities, and that's what the JDBC API is all about. So I've explained you in simple terms. Now let's try to understand what the JDBC architecture is. So this is your Java application. As a part of your Java SC, you have learned how to develop Java applications. You have seen how to write Java programs. So now, as a part of your Java SC, that's the thing, but Java Standard Edition, you have been provided with some set of libraries which will help you to connect to a database. So using JDBC API, with the help of driver manager, this is the component which manages the drivers. So now you may ask me, sir, what do you mean by a driver? A driver is a piece of software which will help you to connect with the other software component or hardware component. Even if you purchase a printer, then you may connect your printer to your laptop or desktop physically, but if your operating system wants to recognize that printer, then you need to have a driver software that we call printer drivers. In the same way, if your Java application wants to interact with a database, then we require a JDBC driver. So for each database, For each and every database, there is specific JDBC drivers available. And using these drivers, you will connect with the particular database. And to work with this example, first of all, you need to know what are the different steps involved in developing an JDBC application. So there are totally 6 steps involved in developing an JDBC application. First one is you have to import the relevant packages by using import statement. Means whenever you are building any application, then you have to import that particular respective libraries. The first step is to import the library. Then you have to load the driver and you have to register the driver. That's the thing, but you have to tell to your Java application that what driver you are using, and using the driver, you'll connect it to a database. Once you got connected to the database, then you have to create a statement object that will help you to execute your SQL query. The SQL query may be any DDL, DML, or query statement. Once your SQL statement is executed, then once you prepare your SQL statement, then the step 4 is like executing the query. Once if the query is executed, then you'll process the result. Once if the result is processed, you'll close the connection towards that particular database. So these are the totally 6 steps involved in building an JDBC application using Java. So what I'll do is, I'll show you how you can connect to Oracle database. Okay. So for that, I will use Eclipse IDE. So this is my Eclipse IDE. You can see the version of this Eclipse IDE 2023-03. And I've created one workspace. That's nothing but a folder with the name Java_JDBC. So I'll just launch that only. Okay. And what you can do is you can note down the softwares what we are using for building this application. So we are using one IDE, Eclipse. I'll close the previous programs which I already have created. I'll just close that. Okay. So this is what one IDE you are using, Eclipse. Now, if you want to check the version of Java, you can go to command prompt. You can say Java C -version. So I'm using Java 17. This is the version I'm using. Okay. And I'll show you what is the version of your database. So you can go to this search menu, search bar, and you can search for Oracle. If Oracle is installed on your machine, then you can see here Oracle database 11G Express Edition. So I'm using Java 17 and Oracle 11G. Okay. Now, first create one project here. So I'll say File, New, and then I'll choose Java project. I'm giving a project name here, JDBC DBC _ Oracle. Means I want to connect to Oracle database. So I said JDBC _ Oracle. Okay. And remember, you uncheck this module because we are not creating any module right now. Without modules only, I'm explaining you how we can develop this application. So JDBC _ Oracle, click on next, and you can simply click on finish. Simple, nothing is there. So this is your JDBC _ Oracle project. Under this, you'll find one folder with the name SRC. Okay. And right click on this SRC. Now you can say new, and you can say class. So now you are creating class, and you can say connect Oracle. Connect Oracle is the class name I'm giving, and I'll say public static void main. Means I need a main function for this. And you can observe connect Oracle, one class is created. This is your main method functionality. Okay, now listen carefully. If you want to connect your Java application to Oracle database, then we need to add the JDBC driver. Is it clear? Means the driver software which will help your Java application to connect with Oracle database. And if you want to know where it is available, then along with your Oracle installation, you'll find that particular driver in the form of a jar file. So click on this PC, and then you go to C drive. In C drive, once if the Oracle is installed in C drive, you'll see one folder with the name Oracle XE. Under Oracle XE, you'll see one folder with the name app. Under app, you'll see one folder with the name Oracle. Under Oracle, you'll see product 11.2 server. And here, you'll see something like JDBC. Can you see this? JDBC. Under JDBC, you'll find one folder with the name library. Under this library, you will see these jar files. OJDBC 5, 6, and OJDBC 6_G. So we'll use this OJDBC 6. This is your driver, which will help you to connect to Oracle database, and this is provided by your Oracle database only. The only thing is you need to remember this path, which I have explained to you. Is it clear? This is the path actually, which I have explained to you. So now what you have to do is, you have to add that particular jar file, that particular driver to your application. And for that, you just click on this, right click on your project. Okay. And then you choose build path. In build path, you choose configure build path. Once you choose configure build path, then you'll get this particular screen. In this, you have to choose Java build path. Under that, you have to choose libraries. So suppose by default, if source is selected, you just click on this libraries. In libraries, click on this class path. In libraries, see when you click on this class path, then right side, these buttons will get activated. Observe. So you have to load that particular jar file into class path so that it will help your Java project to connect to Oracle database by using this particular driver. So choose class path, then click on this add external jars, and you have to choose the path which I have shared with you. C drive, Oracle XE, app, Oracle, product, 11.2.0, server. Under this JDBC, lib, and OJDBC 6. Click on open and click on apply and close. So once you do this, automatically you'll get this icon reference libraries. So all the third-party libraries, is it clear? All the reference libraries what your project is using to connect to external applications will be here actually. Is it clear? Now, after doing that, you have to say import java.sql.star. So once you import that library, then only you'll get this import statement. Otherwise, this import statement will throw an error. If your import statement is throwing an error, then don't continue the program. It will not work actually. Why? Because once if the library is not available, then how can you work with the application? Fine. Now, you have to load that driver. So to load the driver, Java provides a class with the name class name, the name class, provides a class with the name class, and this particular class contains a method called forName. So class.forName, and here you have to give the driver class name. So this is what the driver class name is. I'll just show you here. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. So here you have to say Oracle.jdbc. Let me check. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. This is your driver class name, and this will throw an exception, and it is a checked exception. So you have to either catch it or you have to declare it in throws section. So you can say throws exception. So this is your step one. Step one, like importing the libraries. Okay, and this is like step two, loading and registering the driver. Okay, now once if the driver is loaded, then you have to create a connection between your Java application and Oracle database. So I'll say connection. There is an interface available in Java with the name connection, and you can give any connection object name. I'm giving the name as con equals to driver manager dot get connection. So driver manager is a class, ready-made class available in Java inside this SQL package, and get connection is the method. It takes 3 parameters. First parameter is your URL. Second parameter is your database, that is HR I'm giving. Password is also HR I'm giving. Means once you install Oracle database, then you'll get one default login with the name HR, and I have given the password as HR only. And you have to give the URL that indicates where your Oracle database is running, and this is what the URL. Instead of typing, I'll just do the copy paste here. So this is what the URL. So I'll explain you, don't worry. This URL is about, you are saying you want to connect by using JDBC, Java database connectivity. You want to connect to Oracle database, and you are using the thin driver. Thin is the name of the driver. Okay. And @localhost, that indicates that your Oracle database server is running on the local machine. Means the Oracle database is running on the local machine, and 1521 is the port number. Port number means, see, one system in one machine you can install multiple database servers, or multiple servers you can install, and each and every server will be recognized with a port number. It's something like this. See, IP address is used to recognize the system, and port number is used to recognize an application which is running on a system. It's like your apartment address is the address of the apartment, whereas flat number is the number which will directly take you to your flat. In the same way, 1521 is the default port number on which Oracle database gets installed. XE is nothing but the service ID. Is it clear? This is completely fixed actually. But remember, when your database is installed at remote location, then here you have to give the IP address. Instead of localhost, you have to give the IP address where your database is installed. HR and HR, like username and password. Now, once if the driver manager.get connection is successful in establishing the connection towards that particular database, then con variable will get a connection object reference. So here what I'll do is, I'll check actually if con is not equals to null. That's nothing but if the connection is successfully created, then I'll display a message saying that if it is not equals to null, connection, like I'll say connection to Oracle database is created. I'll display this message and I'll say else part. I'll say else part. If anything happens, is it clear? And if the connection is not created, then I'll display a message saying that connection creation problem. Is it clear? I'll say. So here, let me check. It's not like capital letters. Null is like in lowercase only. In C language, generally we work with capital null. So this is what your basic Java JDBC program to connect with Oracle database. You can just have a look. Okay. So while working with these kind of applications, the challenges are you need to check the perfect versions what you are using. So in our application, we are using Oracle 11G and Java 17. Okay. So let me check whether this program is working fine or not. Yes, successfully we created connection to the Oracle database. Once if the connection is created to Oracle database, now the next steps are we can create the statement object. See here, the step three is creating the statement. Means we have to create the SQL statement. Okay. Next, step 4 is executing the query. That's nothing but the statement. And once the query gets executed, the next step is process the result. Okay. And the last step is close the connection. Okay. So I'm not going to explain you these steps now. Why? Because I want you guys to have this setup done at your end actually. Because once you have done this particular setup up to now, then it will be easy for you to complete the step 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll give you time to each and everyone to process this particular step up to now. Once if the connection is established towards the Oracle database, then I'll explain you how we can work with the rest of the steps actually. Okay. So that's it in today's session, guys.